Where'd you go, bud? Hey. Today we're going to experiment. We're going to try to boil water in one of these Tetra Pak juice boxes. Now in theory, it might work because you can boil water in a plastic bottle. You just got to make sure that the flame doesn't touch the actual bottle, I think. So I might have to put this up on something else to get it off the flame, but it's only going to be a low flame. Okay, so I got it on the lowest flame I can get. And it takes, well, it says 200 milliliters in here, so that's just less than a cup. So we'll see if it catches on fire or burns. Or well, we're just over 3 minutes into her. It was, or it is, still leaking on the bottom. A couple of drops. There's a drop just went down. So it must be melting the seal that's on that flap on the bottom a little bit. I picked it up and looked at it. It was charred a little bit, but not too bad. The water's starting to heat up. We're starting to see steam coming up. So it might work. Well, about 6 minutes into it. It's still putting some drops of water on the thing there. So it's leaking some. I think maybe if I didn't fold these little triangles out, maybe if I kept them tucked under, it would give more protection for the seal. I just pulled them out because I thought it'd sit better, but I ended up using this bolt anyway to hold it upright. So there's bubbles forming on the bottom, so it's getting close and steam's coming off. I would imagine the cardboard with that metal liner kind of insulates it from the heat a little bit. And it might be worse if I fold those triangles back under. But I think the level's gone down about 1 centimeter. That's leaked out. It's not bad. Okay, stand by. Still dripping some. It's now been 16 minutes or 17 minutes. I know it was going to take long to boil. It's starting to come together now because of the low flame. Plus the fact that the container's narrow, so there's not a lot of heat reaching the water, right? I wonder if you cut a hole in the top and filled it with water and then put it down flat, it would work better. That's something to try for the next time. Now, I also have to recreate this over an open fire, and I guess probably the easiest way is to punch a hole in here and here and tie it with string from a tripod or a stick, or even put the branch right through there and stab it into the ground. And then try that. And I think I have a bigger one, like a 1 liter Tetra Pak in my recycling, so I might try it with that. But you know, it's the next best thing to boiling. And maybe I could have turned up the heat more or not, but I've lost about 1 inch of water. Then again, the triangle's there. Maybe I should drink another juice box, not a juke box, juice box, and try it again. Thanks. Yeah, I turned up the heat, put it over the center of the flame. Patience not being my greatest virtue. And you can see it's boiling there. So I give this experiment a pass. Burn my fingers off. See if I can get a good look. There's the bottom, singed and leaking. But it definitely boiled water, and you'd have safe water to drink. Oh, that steam's hot. I'm going to go get another one and try it again. So I'm trying it again, this time with the triangle folded over. I got the box in the middle of the burner, and I actually got it up higher. And test that out. Looking at the box that I just used, it's down to the metal. There's nothing burnt through, I don't think, so you could use it again. But I don't know how many times you could use it for. But if you have to, you have to, I guess. I don't know, maybe it gets a hole, you can plug it with, no, I don't know if you can plug it with pine pitch or anything like that, I don't know. I was going to do this experiment sideways, just put a hole in the top, but then again I thought, well, It'd be hard to do that over an open fire. So when I do it over an open fire, I'm going to do it this way too. And the side one would only work if you have a stove like this. And if you have a stove like this, chances are you have a container. So we'll let her go. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Well, that's the top off that one, and you can see it does burn. That was an evil laugh. Oop, there. Well, it's only going for about 3 minutes, and already I'm seeing bubbles come up the top, and it looks like it's holding up. You can see how much higher the flame is, and the flame is actually touching the box. But it's not going on fire, I don't think. Maybe. That's a boil there. If you want a strong boil, you can wait longer, but this would be enough to disinfect water. So, yes. Now I'll try it tomorrow, I think. Maybe using it over an open fire and see how it works that way. Thanks for dropping by. See you later. Well, it doesn't look like it's any worse for wear than the other one. So yeah, again, this experiment passed. Looking forward to tomorrow. I'll use a liter box too tomorrow, just for a change too. Okay, now I can say thanks for dropping by, and we'll see you later. I'm cleaning up all the dead stuff around the shelter here. I think I may have made it too big though. It's just melting the tarp up above. Oh well. I kind of wanted to take that tarp down before the snow flies anyway. I'll just leave it up there. It'll stop some rain. Well, the fire's burning down a little. I got just about enough stuff drug up for today. But be careful of the old back. Anyway, I got a liter Tetra Pak. Used to have coconut water in it. I just filled it up. I took the cap off. Where did I put the cap? I don't know. I may be sitting on it. Anyway, it would be really good if I can get it to a boil without melting the plastics. That way I can let it cool, put the plastic lid back on it, and I have a device to carry the water too. But, so I just put a flat rock and stood up on the rock next to the fire. I'm going to monitor it closely. And have a soda pop. And this time I mean a soda pop, not a beer. I got to find that lid though. I don't feel it or anything. Maybe it's gone up inside. Well, it's been 10 minutes into this ordeal. And I'm starting to notice steam coming from the top of the can. Get away, spark. And there's no... the sides aren't burned at all. The side close to the fire isn't burned at all. So this experiment's looking pretty good. Plastic doesn't look like it's melted on the top cap. I found the cap. I was sitting on it. So I'm gonna let her go till I get a good boil. See how long that will take. And yeah, I could have hung it up over the fire, rigged up something with a stick, but I kind of actually wanted to do it without string. If you didn't have string, what would you do? You know, and I'm not the great at making natural cordage, so setting it beside the fire seems like a good thing. And I think I did put it right over the fire, hanging by something, the plastic top may melt, and I'm trying to... I could put it close to the fire too, but then again, erring on the side of safety. That's a hard phrase to say. So I'll bring you back when it's good and boiling. You can see, it's hard a little in the bottom, but that could be mostly dirt. It's boiling, but not very hard. I gotta get her closer to the fire, I think, and see if I can get her to boil over. Of course, you could have left the cap on, and when the cap blew off, you knew your water was boiling. Whew, it definitely would get more heat if it was suspended over top and not down to the bottom. Yeah, it started steaming about 13 minutes, and it's taken a long while to get actually a good boil. Of course, it's hard to tell when the smoke is all around it too, whether it's smoke or steam from the bottle or pack. Well, it was bubbling really good. It's a little bit of a char. It's warm as hell, mind you. Plastic top looks alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this out, fill it up again with cold water, and get it even closer to the fire. See if I can get it on fire. Like the Mythbusters, eh? Blow stuff up. Okay. So I got it filled back up with cold water. The tap, or the top cap went on good and it was waterproof, so that's a good thing. So I'm just going to make a little cubby hole in here and set the pack right there. I'm going to put my glove on though for safety, because it's bad. Okay. There we go. Now watch for effects. Stand by. So far so good. Hard to tell whether steam is coming out or it's just smoke, but the side's getting scorched. But still holding water. This is about 3 minutes in. So after 10 minutes, it is boiling. But the plastic is melted on top and it's developed a leak. So if you wanted to use it, if you wanted to use it again, you shouldn't really stick it right in the fire. If it's a one-time thing, you could. Now empty this out and burn it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we say, what did we learn the last 2 days? Well, we learned we can boil water in a Tetra Pak. The stuff that juice comes in, mostly. Although I think sometimes it's milk and stuff like that too. Not wine though. Yeah, yesterday I did it in a little wine box over the Coleman stove. And today I did it with a big liter box over an open fire. That one there. And it worked too. If you're in a real hurry, you can stick the damn thing right in the coals. But then again, you're looking at possibly damage to it that you can't use it again, or seal it up with the plastic cap. But if you put it beside the fire, so it's only getting moderate heat, it'll boil, and it'll take a while. It'll take about 20 minutes really to get to a boil. You can play with that, I guess, farther in, farther out. And definitely if you put it over top of the fire, it would get lots of heat there and it might be quicker. And there's all kinds of ways you could tie it up with string or some kind of cordage. So there. So yesterday morning I didn't know if I could boil water in a Tetra Pak. Now I know I can. And another file to put in the font up here. Okay, thanks for dropping by and have yourself a good day. And tomorrow is Wine Wednesday already. Time flies when you're having fun, eh? Ooh. The hole in the tarp didn't get any bigger. Chris, out. Ben, what are you doing? Well, the fire's dying down. Now, 3:15. Look at the coals in there, though. You could cook a turkey in there. And on this flat rock here, watch what happens when I pour a little. You could certainly brush that off and cook a steak on it, or any kind of meat, or any kind of vegetable. I'm not going to put any more wood on it. I collect some more, but I'm not going to be out here till midnight watching it. So that rock right there is still hot. Still sizzles when you spit on it. That particular piece of this here and this over here are pieces of cement or concrete, whatever, that came out of the bottom of a lobster trap. Now, the question I'm going to ask you experts is there anything in cement that if I fry stuff on it and cook stuff on it will be released into the food and will make me sick? Yeah, that's my question. So, if you know the answer or you'd like to comment, please please respond. Yeah. Look at this bed of coals. You could cook a turkey in there. Or you could cook a turkey. Spoonerism. Okay, so, what do you think? Is cement safe to fry on? Not using any oil or anything, just in the hot rock. Okay, thanks. Chris, out. Well, I couldn't stand it anymore. That hot rock there is just begging for something to be cooked on it. So, I remembered I had a pork tenderloin in my fridge. Thawing out. It is thawed out. So, I'm going to slap some slices of that on, if I can get a Ziploc bag open. There we go. And all that's in here is salt and pepper, hot sauce, and olive oil. And let's see what we got. We got sizzling. I just brushed the stone off with my glove. I figure anything that hot can't be that poisonous. Blech. Sorry for the grunting and groaning. Hey, you're still looking at me. So I think I have one more piece. Sorry about that. I thought I was pointing at the rock. Oh, two more pieces. So there's one more piece now. Or maybe there's another piece too. That's alright, because I got Ben to help me eat them. Get out of there, you. Jesus. Jesus wept. Get out of there. Oh. Oh, that one right there, and I got one more. I think I got some room right in the middle. There. Sizzling away. Dirt on my plate. Shouldn't take that long to cook. So I'll bring it back when I flip. So I got them flipped. I thought I could have stayed on that side a little bit longer, but I'll leave them on this side longer, I guess. Get a nice char on them. Not char, but brown dust. They've been on there for 2 minutes and I flipped them. So wait another 2 minutes, maybe 3. Okay, we took some off. Checked them, they're cooked through. Smell pretty good. But now the taste test. Not hot, is it? Pretty good. Picked up a little bit of grit from the stone, but it's all part of the experience. Yeah, if you wrap some potatoes in tin foil and cook them in the coals and cook this, you have yourself a pretty good meal. Well, we'll find out what the connoisseur does. Look at the big drooly thing coming off. Okay, you want some? Now, because it's tenderloin, should be able to cut it like that with a fork, but I can't. So the whole thing's going to go in. Maybe just half.